Just yesterday, she was speaking with a friend, and she found herself saying to him, I really enjoy talking with you. And she said it 2 times, maybe 3. And the reason for it, she realized, is because he has had a life that has forced him to look deeper than the surface. In other words, things are said at the surface, things happen at the surface, but very often there is more happening down at a deeper level. In other words, sometimes there's a cover up, just like at a cemetery. You may think a cemetery has rocks and grass, but there is something else that you may want to know about, especially if you are looking for a place to camp at night. For example, I am being a little joking with you, but at the same time, hopefully you get a sense of the fact that if you were out camping, you would probably be out in the woods, but that doesn't mean that a cemetery may not be the best energetic place to sleep. Especially sometimes people dig a little into the earth to put their tent down. While they probably don't dig 6 feet, not everyone follows the 6-foot rule. So you never know, and it is important to look at a deeper level. So my friend asked me to talk some about how to handle, navigate, and frankly, take advantage of the turbulent times that aren't coming. They have already really begun. Now, I told my friend that I am not a teacher. He can get someone else to give you step-by-step instructions. That is not what I do. But I will tell you that so few people spend 5 minutes, let alone their existence, but just 5 minutes a day, truly at any time of the day, but the end of the day is a good time, or the beginning of the day, and ask themselves, have I honored myself? What has happened today? Not on the surface grassy level. I went to work, my boss was mean, not that level. At a deeper level, at an energetic level. Because one of the things that the oracle, which she channels, calls the age of authenticity, and I think that is a very good name for this time frame, which began with your 2012. One of the things that the age of authenticity must bring about, that is the whole point of it, is authenticity. Authenticity means knowing what is authentic, which means you must know that you are not just a body, not just your thoughts, not just your feelings, that you are in fact more. And frankly, you are more than energy, but for now we will say you have to at least consider that energetic side of yourself, not just your aura, but the energy that you are. I am, this is off topic, a very strong speaker of being I. The I that you are, being intentful, and one of the things that I say is that intent is full of I, intent. Because it is that you, your I, is the center of not yourself, not your world, not your galaxy, your universe, your everything. I don't say that you and your source are two different things. I understand your perception from your life experience that you are not God, and you are meant to have a sense that you are and a sense that you are having an individual experience. I say this because it is a key element to the age of authenticity, even though it is off topic, and it is not too off topic. If we get back on topic, in the age of authenticity, you are therefore here to know yourself, know the I that you are, that is dualistically, or she likes the word paradoxically, one individual. That's a good play. One, you are oneness and individual. I love playing this way because that is what your realm is all about, this one individual. It has so many different layers and meanings. If you only play at the level of the grass, you are going to miss everything that occurs below and above the grass. Above the grass, there are plants growing, trees growing, many things. In some places, very tall trees growing, in some places, very tall bridges, and in some places, everywhere, there's also sky and clouds, and then even more. Now, I won't bother talking you down from the grass down. My point is, nothing that you know, pay attention to, or don't pay attention to isn't multidimensional, including yourself. So, if you are in turbulent times, you can take the green grass of turbulence and stop right there and scream and panic and victimize yourself. Or you can be what you are, which is already occurring. There are a lot of flows of this, of looking deeper than the grass, looking up, looking down, looking at the multi-dimensionality of it. For the longest time, this person, many years ago, I won't say decades, she'll get mad, decades and decades, she'll get mad. She wasn't convinced that just the dog food, the dry food, just give that. Anyone you want, it doesn't matter. She wasn't convinced that that could be right. Now, you have so many more people saying balanced diet for the dog, for her pet birds, for your human self. If you are wise, actually, you will look around and see that that turbulence is not at one level. It too is multidimensional. And so, again, you can be that deer in the headlights. Oh no, natural disasters. Oh no, political disasters. Oh no, health disasters. Oh no, a pandemic, which you already had. My point is, all of these things are multidimensional, and you would be smart to stop and say, it's not that you have to figure out more than you can figure out. You stop and you say, for 5 minutes, who am I? And question, what is really happening? Let's look multidimensionally above the grass, below the grass. How? You might say to me, that is a very beautiful metaphor. What does that mean? How? It means you don't bother with anyone around you because you are, period. You are. Do you trust your family, your friends? Are there people whose opinion you value? Great. Of course there are. Does it mean you now invalidate everyone? Yes and no. You listen, sure, but go to your council of one at the beginning or the end of your day and ask yourself, because the truth resonates and lies dissipate. If you hear a lie over and over and over, whether it is about toxic foods that aren't, how doing things to your food isn't unhealthy, or to any other aspect of your life, question everything. When you hear it over and over, it becomes harder for it to dissipate because it has been re-emphasized, strengthened. Ask yourself over and over, because a lie won't resonate. Do you know how to turn yourself into the tuning bell of truth? I hope you like that. I just made that up, and I'm looking for something to chime, but there is nothing here. She has a bell somewhere. Ask yourself who you are. You can ask yourself questions you know the answer to, assuming you have looked multidimensionally and that you really know the answer. This thing is moving, but anyway, this dog that they got. And I've gotten so much better at all the distractions you have in this experiential life system you call life. Tune yourself, ask yourself, as you do, even if you did that every day for 5 minutes, ask yourself questions for 5 minutes. Monitor, does my answer resonate? Does it not resonate? The sky is falling. Does it resonate? Does it not resonate? These foods are healthy for me. Does it resonate or not? This person, this party, this cause, all of these things, how much are they yourself and how much are they a story outside of yourself? Yes, you have to participate in that story outside of yourself because everything affects you. Sure. So at least know whether you are being told the truth or not. At least know how to become, so to speak, your own lie detector. And when you find that things don't resonate, let them be. Let yourself tap into the authenticity you are at other levels and say, this doesn't resonate. Let's look more deeply. The larger aspects that you are, you can call it your source. I still call it yourself, because there are parts of yourself that are physical. There are parts of yourself that are feeling. There are parts of yourself while you're in body that are thinking. There are parts of yourself that are eternal. The eternal part doesn't necessarily speak the same language you are used to. It will start to communicate to you. It will say, thank goodness you finally are questioning. You are finally seeking what we are. And as you do, you will start to look more deeply, sense energy more deeply. Find what is real and what is not. And you will make yourself your own wiser guru. Is that because you shouldn't listen to a guru? Again, in some ways, the guru is no different than anyone else who is giving you inadvisable information. It doesn't matter who is speaking to you. When the truth resonates, If I were in body, I would listen more. When the truth doesn't resonate, if I were in body, I wouldn't waste what you have called time, which you experience, and which is limited for you. I would be wiser. I would be my own guiding compass. And I would recognize, therefore, that in this turbulence, you are meant to take out that tuning bell, look for the truth that resonates. You are meant to question things so that you find yourself, your power. Authenticity has to be the source of its own self and its own power. When you aren't expected to become superhuman, a superman. Go from a person on the street who believes everything or doesn't know what to believe to guru status. You hear everything from the wind. You know everything from your gut. You know exactly what to do at every now moment. There is some difference in there, some expanding and raising of yourself. But, my friends, the universe doesn't change. Yes, the universe is always changing, but the universe will constantly flow, I will say, in your direction. I could say the universe will support you, but that's tricky. So I'm going to say the universe will flow in your direction the whole time. When you are being, I can call it authentic, when you are tuning that bell, when you are becoming more authentic, when you are knowing yourself more. If you believe what other people tell you about your life or about yourself, you are not adhering your first causality. You are not honoring yourself. You are not being that I. You are not being authentic. If you are being authentic, my friend, you are listening to yourself. And you can listen to yourself and you can say, I don't know what the hell. I don't know. Zazoo said, listen to myself. There's nothing to listen to. You can say that and you are still being more authentic. And the universe will flow for you. What does that mean? That means you will feel better being honest with yourself. Not lying to yourself, not turning yourself into a victim or turning yourself into a super person, superman or woman or whatever. In authenticity, the universe, you'll put yourself out of the flow. Authenticity, the universe will flow and you will be able to continue to raise yourself and take steps in the direction so that you will become your own source of it all. Of what, Mr. Zazoo, you might say? Of knowingness, of abundance, of health, wealth, whatever it is that you are. Not want, not whatever you want to experience. Yours isn't exactly a free-for-all, but it is a know yourself for all. Know yourself for all. If you know yourself and you are it, when you know that that's what you are, the universe will flow in your direction. So, these turbulent times, they actually sort of ruffle the feathers, so to speak, of that grass, that dirt, that air, allowing you to actually have an easier time of asking the questions, of finding what resonates, of seeing between the cracks, reading between the lines, starting to become aware of what is you and is authentic to you and honors you and what is not. That is what your turbulent times are meant to bring you. Yes, I know. They also bring you fear, panic, problems. But it is what it is. And the fear, panic, problems, or anything else won't be anything in comparison to everything you gain when you start to ask yourself, my friends. I hope that that has been very helpful for you, because it is becoming a new age that I will call the age of personal empowerment, not domination. Perhaps that will be a conversation for a future recording for you, because personal power is so misunderstood on your planet. Domination is a waste of energy that sooner or later you can't keep up. Just look at old people. You cannot maintain domination. If nothing else, if you are under the misperception that someone who is domineering is happy and doing well right up until the point of death, I say to you, my friend, you don't know what happens after they die, and you don't know whether or not that domination, you don't know what it was like, you don't know if it was worth it, you don't really know. Check your resonance bell. Domination is not personal power. True power, that is what perhaps we will speak of next time, because it is eternal. It comes from something so much greater. It is you that won, but it's not, because you're individual. But power runs through all of that, true personal power. Now, if you have any questions, you can put them in comments, and they can get answered in the future if it exists, my friends. It has been a great pleasure coming and playing in your oceans. Until next time, my friends.